Born in China, a young boy began his life not knowing what it's like to have a mother, a father, even brothers or sisters.
But Mikey's story isn't a sad one. At the age of 5, a Spokane Valley family found Mikey and brought him home to Washington. But Mikey had more to overcome than the language barrier or even getting to know his new family. KXLY4's Aaron Luna joins us now. And Aaron, Mikey also had some physical challenges that he was dealing with.
That's right. Mikey was born without tibias. Basically, the legs below his knees were pretty much useless. But all that would change. Just recently, Mikey and his family met a man who would help send Mikey on a mission to learn to run. We follow Mikey on his journey in this special report, Mikey's Run.
What's the most important thing, kids, that we're going to do today?
At a park in San Diego.
Back to your positions, go!
You'll find more aluminum, titanium, and carbon fiber than flesh and bone. You'll also find an 8-year-old boy from Spokane.
Always to the right, son.
But Mikey Lucas's trip to California didn't start in Washington. It started thousands of miles away.
I came from China.
Kicking around his neighborhood back home, Mikey's former life is just scattered memories now.
He had been on the list, the waiting child list, for over a year, and no one had shown any interest in his file.
Mark and Janelle Lucas had adopted out of China before. Twin girls, Valerie and Vanessa. They brought the two home in November, almost 9 years ago.
And then we came home and he knocked me up.
Come on!
Add Zoe to that list. But their family of girls was not yet complete. 5 years later, it was time to go back to China and get Mikey.
They see his legs as being the challenge. And that wasn't an issue for me. I immediately thought, these are just legs.
At 5 years old and living in a foster home in China, Mikey had learned to walk on his knees. Being born without tibias, he tucked his useless lower limbs behind him just to get around.
I don't want any help.
Janelle and Mark didn't see a disability, they saw a fighter.
I saw the fire in his heart. I saw the life inside of his spirit.
He had no concept of family, no concept of love, no concept of a mom and dad, anything like that. He just thought we were another foster home in America.
But that foster home turned into a family that would help him get through the surgeries that removed the useless legs below the knees. That's when he got his metal feet.
When I go to stores and stuff, they always point at me and look, this is robot legs.
Not easy for any child. And while Mikey can still get around, even taking karate lessons, his legs aren't exactly made for running.
18, 19, 20.
But then came a man with a movie star mammal.
Oh, son, look at those legs. I bet you can run really fast, huh? Let me see you run down the hall.
Fitting a dolphin with a prosthetic tail, Kevin Carroll made history. That feat ended up on the big screen in the movie Dolphin Tale. He met the Lucas family almost 2 months ago in Spokane.
So Mikey comes in with his family, and Mikey comes in full of life and energy, and he totally inspired me and stole my heart right out of my chest.
That inspiration turned into a gift.
I said, oh, Mikey, you're such a fast runner on these regular walking legs. Why not get a pair of running legs? And his eyes lit up, and he said, yeah, I'd love it, I'd love it. So
the legs showed up just last week.
A new truck.
A little tweaking, a few tentative steps, and Mikey was running faster than he ever had before.
Great job, bud. Is it fun to run like that?
Even with the donated legs, the Lucases still had to buy new leg sockets, something not covered by insurance.
The second set would be considered a luxury or non-necessity.
Carol also asked them to travel to San Diego for a prosthetic clinic and challenged athlete race. The donated legs getting more expensive all the time.
Right now we expect probably $10,000. We're just round numbers.
Help would come with a kick and a yell. Warhorse Martial Arts organized a kickathon for Mikey. Feet flew for 1 hour. Pledges and donations brought in more than $4,000.
We saw people step up, and it was just very humbling for us, but it was so cool to see so many people rally around Michael and our family, and it just makes us want to go and do the same thing for other people.
So on an overcast day in San Diego just 5 days ago, Mikey Lucas walked onto the field an athlete in training.
How fast are you going to run? Like lightning. Faster than lightning.
And as the sun burned off the fog, Mikey Lucas could see, maybe for the first time, that he was normal, just like everyone else.
I don't know. I just have a gut feeling, you know, God's doing something in our lives to establish His purpose. And He's bringing us all together to do it. And He's bringing the whole community around us to do it.
But if you ask Mikey today how he knows he's happy, he won't say it's because he got to run, really run for the first time, or that he's friends with famous people, or that his new legs cost the same as a new car. No, he'll tell you.
Because I have mom and dad's sisters.
A bond that will carry him farther than any pair of legs.
If you got me, you guys are in big trouble.
You know, we all have special gifts and we all have limitations. Every single one of us has baggage in some way, shape, or form. And it's how we deal with that baggage and how we overcome the obstacles is going to make the difference. So, he's in good company.
So as Mikey nears the end of his journey for new legs, he's actually just taking his spot at the starting line of a brand new life.
I think this is just the beginning.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Mikey tells me he has plans to run in the next Bloomsday. He also wants to start taking gymnastics, and that was a fun trip to go with them to San Diego. Great family. They put up with me and all my camera work, and just being able to tell their story was such an honor. I appreciate them.
He is so endearing, not just his personality, but like you said, his spirit.
Oh, he's such a little
Just a
fighter.
great kid.
He has to be with 3 sisters.
Well, I would think so.
All right.
You're going to make that voice heard with those girls. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a
Great
lot.
story, Aaron.